Trying to save money is probably the reason that you're going to stay poor. So let me tell you how I plan on getting rich. But before I tell you how to get rich, I have to tell you why people stay poor. Alright, so part one, why people are staying poor. Saving is what most people are taught during their childhood. It's like, save stuff, save your money, and you can buy cool stuff that you want, and eventually you'll be able to afford a big house or something. But that's wrong. People that are trying to save money are more likely to lose it. From my personal research, I've learned that the average interest rates that banks offer for a personal savings account is 4%. Now, making 4% per year doesn't sound like a bad thing, right? Well, you're wrong. The annual inflation rate is 3.5%. Uh-oh. That means you're only making 0.5% on your money, right? Wrong. Because you also get taxed on the interest that you earn, unless you're, evading taxes. So I guess you just gotta pick your poison on that one. I'm gonna make an assumption and say that you're also probably not earning more than $10,000 a year in interest income. So that means your money will get taxed at 10%, which isn't a lot, but it's still a factor. And that tax is based on the interest you earn. So say you had $1,000 in a savings account with a 4% interest rate, right? Because that's the average. So that would mean $1,000 plus $40, because 4% of 1,000 over a year is $40. Minus 4, because that's what you're taxed on from the interest, right? And then inflation, because it's 3.5% per year on average, that means you can subtract $35, which gives you a total of $1,001 by the end of the year. So you just made $1 for the whole year. So what do? Okay, so part two is building wealth. Here's the part that's going to make you the money. By investing money, you can make more than 5%. In fact, you can make way more than 5%. If you invest wisely, I personally made 23% returns through investing in the past year. Money earned through investing is taxed the same as savings, unless you're uber rich. So we can look back at the math that we did before on $1,000. So say you invested $1,000 and you made what I made, 23% in a year. That's $1,000 plus $230, and then minus $23, because the tax is the same. So 10% of 230 is 23, and then minus $35 because of inflation. That totals out to $1,172. And, that's $171 more that you would make compared to investing. Obviously, investing is scary because everybody's heard about market crashes in 2008 and during COVID, but it's not scary because markets have always come back to higher than they were before. Also, you can literally have other people who do market research for a living do the work for you. There's forms of investments called index funds, and they are basically like combinations of stocks that professionals pick out that are going to make money. And you've probably heard of them, like the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. Those are all index funds, and they're a much safer way to make money with the stock market compared to, investing in individual stocks. But that's the easy road. You can set and forget your money, and you'll make a little more than if you saved in a savings account. If you're more interested in higher risk, higher reward investing strategies, I'd recommend checking out some of my other videos, because they talk about individual stocks that I've made a lot of money on. If you don't want a high risk, high reward strategy, there's a cheat code to making a lot of money safely, and it's called dividends. It's when a company pays you for owning their stock. Dividends are the GOAT, the greatest of all time. They are literally the freest money you will ever make in your life. In this video, I'm just going to recommend one as an example. It's SCHD. Over the past 13 years, SCHD has been like throwing money at people. In the past 13 years, the price of SCHD has grown by over 200%, and that's just the stock. That means if you invested 13 years ago, your money would have tripled. But there's also dividends that this stock pays, and they pay multiple times a year, and the amount that they pay in these dividends has been growing. Needless to say, this is an awesome way to make money, and if you're just gonna leave all your money in a savings account, then it's never gonna grow the way you want to. It's so easy to just put your money into an investment account in a brokerage and let your money work for you. I hope you learned something. If you didn't and you want me to go in more depth on some of the things that I talked about, just let me know. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day and you make a bunch of money, regardless of how you're making it. I'm not a certified financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only.